Hello, we are at Indianford Dam, and there's actually an island, if you can see behind me, right in the middle of Indianford, which I've never seen before. The water is so low right now, but maybe we can get some fish here. There is a bank for me to stand on now, have some worms and corn. Hopefully we can get some bait and catch some fish. Okay, I got something here. Is it a bluegill? It feels a little big to be a bluegill. Bit my tiny piece of worm. It's zooming really fast. Yeah, it's a big ass gill, I think. Yeah. Is it a bluegill? Oh my god, that is quite possibly one of the largest gills I caught this year. You know what? That is an 8-inch gill. I want a smaller one. This is a near 9-inch gill, guys. I think I'm gonna go for a smaller one. Don't want to like sacrifice these kind of bluegills. This is a nearly 9-inch gill. This is pretty big. It's like an 8.5-inch gill. Indianford has giant gills. I'm not going to use this guy as cut bait. I'm going to try to catch a smaller one. But Indianford has giant gills. On another note, I don't understand why people make such a big deal about secret bluegill locations. Every other place I go has these giant gills. Hello. All right, big gill. See ya. I got something else on the line, I believe. I got something else on the line besides my other line. It's a tiny drum. All right, that'll do fine as cut bait. It's a tiny drum that's slightly bigger than a bluegill. That's perfect for cut bait. Freshwater drum, one of the smallest I've caught here. Finally got my cut bait. Ah, this is gonna be nice. Get some cut bait for today. No, not cut bait. Yes, cut bait. Mr. Drum is all cut up and dead now, so we can launch him out as cut bait. Get it as far as we can. Hopefully we don't get snagged, but you know, with this here, there's a good chance we will anyways. But we will see, we will see. Get that all good and tight. Make sure that's cocked in, so if we get a big bite, we don't get screwed. So hopefully that'll get us a fish. Seems like the area leading up to the island is actually fairly deep. So I'm just gonna toss my bait there and see if I can get more bait. That's the goal for this right now, bait. Not going for a giant glorious fish, going for small fish bait. See if I can get anything. Something made an attempt to take the drum head, but it let go. And from the looks of it, it was fairly large. Could have been one of the flatheads. There are quite a few of them here, if memory serves me right. But I can go for either a big channel or a flathead. Doesn't really matter to me. Also could use a little more cut bait in the future. Pretty sure I got a fish on here. Oh, I had a fish on here. Nope, it's still on. I think it's another bluegill. It's pretty damn powerful for just being a small gill. Was it a drum? No, it's a big gill. Man, there's plenty of these gills here. That'll be the final thing of cut bait I need. Don't really need any more cut bait, and I don't think I'm going to get anything smaller for live bait, so we're just going to use cut bait for today. Now that I got both cut baits out, I'm going to toss around this area because I saw some fish around the rapids. Toss around this area until one of my poles gets a big bite. 2 delicious cut up fillets. Hopefully a flathead or a channel hits it soon. Getting dark again. The clouds over there signal that there might be some rain later, which should be good for fishing. The water is so low here though. It's at least 2 or 3 feet lower than usual. I've had a couple of bites on the big bait, but no real takes. Like, it doesn't hook well. So they're not eating it whole scale. Hopefully something big hits soon. There's a lot of fish that actually hit after dark. There's actually a lot of fish that hit after dark. So this place is full of fish, but I think most of those are probably like 2 or 3 pounders. So they couldn't actually, they really couldn't actually come on. This one's a little bit bigger, but it's not pulling drag, which is weird because usually these big fish, they will pull drag, and I do have the drag set because I don't want to lose stuff tonight. But yeah, finally got myself a gato fish. I think it's a channel, but it's kind of fighting like a flathead actually. Yep, it's a channel. It's a channel. It's a bluish channel, but it's a channel. Looks like it's about 5 pounds, so sufficiently bigger than the insufficiently gato-ish fish that I've been getting. But channel catfish finally, after all that time. All right, got to get this guy in. I think I'm going to need the net. Just let him swim around the shore for a while, and while I go and get the net. Still am looking for the giant flathead, but I have not gotten that massive flatty yet. But anyways, channel gato fish. I feel like if I throw the worm out, I'm just gonna get a bunch of small gato fish. But it's good to actually get a fish, you know. Regardless if it's like a channel or a flathead, it's not the fish I'm looking for, but it is at least a fish. And a fish that's a little bit bigger than the other fish that have been hitting. So good. Probably like 4 or 5 pound fish. Good start for the night. Hopefully it's just a start and not the last fish I catch. A fish of sufficient gato-ness. Finally got myself a channel that didn't get away big enough to take the hook in its mouth. Channel gato fish. Very, very nice. All right, gato fish. Struggled for quite a bit. Oh, you get to go now. See you, gato fish. Actually, yeah, you know what? You need some help. There you go. There it goes. All right. That was the only fish out of like 5 bites that actually hooked. My guess is that the other fish that are biting are just too damn small. And because they are really, really small, they're not really hooking when they're actually biting. They're just taking the bait, trying to drag it, and then it comes out because it doesn't lodge in their mouth. I've thrown a smaller hook with a worm, but I'm guessing it's just going to attract drums. I hope not, but I think that's what it's actually going to do. All right, I got another fish, and this one I think is a little more powerful. It's taken out a lot of drag. I hope this is a flathead, but by the way it ran, I think it's a channel. Oh yeah, see that? That's a lot bigger fish. Oh my God, it's gonna spool me if I don't be careful. It's gonna spool me if I don't be careful, man. That's a much, much more powerful fish. Much more gato-ish. Pretty sure it's a gato fish. Don't know what kind of gato fish. Actually, you know, the thing is, like, it might be a flathead. Look at that, look at that spooling. This is some of the most powerful spooling I've had against a fish. Oh, this is gonna be a fight because it's taking a line. This is quite a fighter. Just watch it be a buffalo that ate my cut bait. Wouldn't that be something if it was a buffalo? Wouldn't that be something if it was a largemouth buffalo that ate my bait? But it took so much drag, which means it's a lot stronger than the other fish that I actually had. And I'm pretty sure it would have broken my line had I not, would have probably broken my line had I not had the drag set. I need to get the drag over here. I need to get the fish over here so it doesn't cross my other line. It's obviously over here. I don't really care where I land it. It's kind of irrelevant where I land the fish. But it's fighting much, much harder than, oh man, it's caught my line good. It's caught my line good. It's like twisted it, unfortunately. It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be very, very tough. It's going to be extremely tough to pull in. I don't really know how much it's screwed my line, but I see the fish. Is it a flathead? I mean, it's fighting a lot like a channel, but it's fighting harder than just about any other channel I've ever had. It could be a flathead though. It looks pretty big. I mean, it's not like, I don't think it's big. It's big. That's a channel. It's not the flathead I was after, but it is a big, it's a pretty decent channel though. Probably like all of 10 pounds, if not more. Really good channel catfish. That's why I was fighting so hard. It was a very, very good channel coming in. Oh man, that was quite a fight. That was quite a fight. You know, if this was one of the southern states, I'd wonder if that was a blue catfish, but since it's Wisconsin, I know that's a channel. It's a good channel though. Very, very good channel right there. Good channel. 10.5 pounds. Channel gato fish. Very, very gato-ish. Gave me a really good fight, but 10.5 pounds. Screwed up my string too, so now I'm gonna have to like redo my string, but 10.5 pounds. All right, gato fish. Thanks for playing. You were a really good sport, and for being a good sport, you get to gato off into the abyss. See ya, gato fish. And it gatos right off. Nice fish there. Over 10 pounds. Not bad at Indianford, but I know there's giants that are way bigger than that. Got that 10-pound fish in. Still did not get the big flathead. The 2 poles got tangled. Now they're done for tonight. So probably just gonna toss a big worm ball out there and see if anything picks up the worm ball. All right, something picked up the night crawlers. Doesn't feel that big, but something did actually pick up the night crawlers on my smaller pole. Probably just another fish of sufficient gato-ness, but we'll see. Maybe it's a fish of greater gato-ness, but just a really small one. It's nowhere near as big as the last one, but I believe it is a fish. It could be a drum too, but if it's a drum, it's a really big one. It's fighting harder than most drum. No, I think it might actually be a drum. Could be, definitely be a drum, but it is actually a fairly large hook. Nah, it's a gato fish. Oh yeah, another channel gato fish. Man, this one's probably like a 1 or 2 pounder, the smallest one of the day. So that is what, folks, that's why I do not use worms here, because the smaller gato fish can gato it. So there we go, another channel gato fish. All right, gato fish, see ya. Well, we are back home. That was an interesting gato fishing adventure. Only one night. I did actually spend a couple more nights there. I'm filming this last part right afterwards, but I only got like a couple of smaller gatos, and the big flatheads didn't bite. Some things did steal a couple of live bluegills, but I think they were just small channel cats because the hook never lodged in their mouth. And as far as I've caught, when I caught flatheads, they basically always swallow it and always hook. So none of those fish really seemed all that big either. So the 10-pounder was the biggest one I caught. I know there are flatheads in Indianford, but the water is really low right now, and they were just not biting. I did see a couple of people catch like white bass like crazy on top of the bridge when the water was low, and I did see quite a few like big buffaloes or carp or something around that area too. I didn't really try for it. I was just catfishing then. But yeah, I caught a lot of eater-sized channel cats, 1 or 2 pounds, but since I was not looking for catfish sandwiches, not really the thing. The way to catch those things is essentially like just launch like a small piece of cut bait on a 1 or 2-aught hook, like past that little island thingy, and they'll bite it at night. A lot of channel catfishes, but not the monsters I'm looking for. So I hope you had fun watching this episode. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and check out my Twitter and Instagram too. Thank you and have a nice day.